Hey everyone, today I'm going to look at the best Alka Seltzer alternatives for acid reflux. So if you've used Alka Seltzer, you know that it can cause certain side effects and it may not work for you depending on your current health and any other medication you are on. So I'm going to look at Pepcid as an alternative, Wonderbelly, and then I'm going to look at Stomach Soothe, Reflux Gourmet, and then a couple of supplement alternatives, including aloe vera juice, ginger, and chamomile tea. So let me just start with those from the offset. Ginger and chamomile tea are going to work for low symptom management. So studies indicate that these can help with symptoms of reflux, and they work very well in neutralizing some of that reflux, in helping to line the esophagus and the rest of the pathways such that inflammation is reduced, you don't have as much irritability or as much burning. So you can see that there's a lot of reasons chamomile tea can be helpful, and it has a lot of calming effects as well. Obviously, ginger root is good for that antioxidant property and the anti-inflammatory property, soothing your GI tract and helping to reduce acid production, all of which has been confirmed by several studies. Now, to that end, those are going to help as a basic alternative. So if you don't want to take Alka Seltzer, maybe because of the high sodium, this can be a good alternative, but it's only going to have a limited impact on your symptom management. So as symptoms for acid reflux start to increase, or if you are dealing with pregnancy and medications that are increasing your side effects, you might need something a little bit stronger. There's nothing to say that you cannot still consume both of these in addition to other Alka Seltzer alternatives. But they are going to be best suited for mild symptoms. Similarly, aloe vera juice is a very good option, especially when combined with these functional alternatives like chamomile tea and ginger extract. So aloe vera juice helps with your immune health by balancing your stomach acid, balancing that pH, and most importantly, in my opinion, keeping a thick coat over the areas that are inflamed. So a lot of that discomfort and burning comes from the acid that has traveled upward and caused a lot of damage. But aloe vera juice can help support good acidity, keeping things at a neutral, balanced level, and then as it works its way down, helping to coat the body, the inside lining. And that to me is very useful when it comes to dealing with those acid reflux symptoms without turning to Alka Seltzer. So this is safe for daily use. It also can be combined with other alternatives. And that leads me over here to Wonderbelly. So Wonderbelly is more of a preventative option. You can choose the antacid version, or the bloating and gas relief, or the multi-symptom option. All three of these are chewable tablets that come in different flavors. And you can see here that the antacid works very similarly to Alka Seltzer. Now, Alka Seltzer does contain an antacid, so it neutralizes your stomach acid, and that's exactly what Wonderbelly does. And doing so helps to reduce that sour stomach, the acid indigestion, and the heartburn. It doesn't contain any dyes or talc, no artificial sweeteners, so you can choose this, you can find this pretty much anywhere you might shop locally. And they have a lot of good ingredients. You can see here that other antacids might have a lot of ingredients you either don't know or don't want to know. Here you have just these. So calcium carbonate, that's going to be that antacid component. Cornstarch, natural flavors to make it not taste as bad as it would otherwise. Vegetable magnesium, vegetable cellulose, and sucrose. That's it. I absolutely love that. These are plain and simple ingredients. I know what all of those are. I know that most of these are there to keep the tablet in its preferred consistency and to make it such that you can eat it in the form of a tablet, but the calcium carbonate is really what's doing most of the work for acid reflux. This can be taken regularly. It can also be taken in conjunction with chamomile tea after a meal, with aloe juice before or after a meal, and with ginger. You could do the ginger extract in the form of pills, in the form of teas, a lot of options there. Now, other alternatives, we're going to pop over here to Stomach Soothe. So Stomach Soothe is more of a smoothie mix. In my mind, I liken it to a protein powder mix, right? Except that instead of something you take after a workout. It's something that you take after a meal. So with this, you have a lot of natural ingredients. You add it to your water. Don't make it too thick. Don't let it sit for too long. Just like a protein shake, it's not going to get any better the longer it sits there. So mix it up and drink it immediately, and it will help ease those symptoms. It will help promote good gut bacteria, help deal with the heartburn, the bloating. And you can see here that the key ingredients, slippery elm, which I absolutely love, use regularly for inflammation, especially if I've been talking all day. Papaya extract, green banana, whole apple, arrowroot powder, L-glutamine. So you have really good natural ingredients. They all do something to deal with the symptoms of reflux as a more natural alternative to Alka Seltzer. So the slippery elm and the arrowroot work very similarly. The slippery elm, as I mentioned, helps to coat the esophagus. So that does something very similar to aloe. And then the arrowroot helps to soothe digestion. The green banana and papaya give you magnesium, which, as you saw with Wonderbelly, was a key ingredient over here. It does contain magnesium. And then you have the whole apple to support gut health, and the L-glutamine to help with your gut lining. So this is a nice alternative. You can see here that unlike antacids, it actually has fruit and root ingredients in it. It helps to repair the gut lining. So Alka Seltzer, as I said, is going to focus mostly on neutralizing that stomach acid, so offering that sort of immediate relief, but it's not going to do anything to repair the damage done. And that's going to be important. So if we pop over here to Pepsid. Pepsid is a pretty common supplement that people turn to if they don't want Alka Seltzer. And that is because Pepsid is a histamine 2 blocker. So unlike the antacids that you might see here or you might see here, Pepsid actually reduces stomach acid. It blocks the production of stomach acid. That means that it is a safer alternative for women who are pregnant or breastfeeding. Whereas Alka Seltzer, with its high sodium, won't work if, for example, you are on medication for diabetes or arthritis or blood pressure, if you're pregnant, if you're breastfeeding, or if you have kidney disease or high blood pressure or heart disease. So a lot of people turn to Pepsid because of that alternative. And it does contain some gummies that can give you heartburn relief and help with stress or sleep. You can see this one in particular is designed to help with stress relief. And the ingredients, though, are lemon balm extract. That's the stress relief part. And then try calcium phosphate. And down here, the inactive ones that have to do with, keeping its shape, keeping its texture. So sleep support is going to be very similar. We pop over here to the ingredients. Same things, but melatonin to help you with your sleep. And this one does have chamomile flower extract. So as I said, you can mix a lot of these functional medicinal alternatives as an alternative to Alka Seltzer. Still, the best one is over here. Reflux Gourmet is my top option if you are looking for a comprehensive alternative to Alka Seltzer. So as I mentioned, this right here is a step up, the Stomach Soothe in my mind, and to a lesser extent Wonderbelly, are steps up compared to Pepsid and Alka Seltzer. Stomach Soothe helps to soothe and repair the lining, not just stop or reduce the production of stomach acid. Similarly, Reflux Gourmet does the same thing. It contains a lot of products. You have here this mint chocolate and vanilla caramel rescue pack. These are gels that you take as needed or before or after your meals. And then you also have the gum that you can chew on a regular basis, right? And then you have a reflux pillow you can use. So there's a lot to love about these options, but most importantly are the ingredients, in my opinion. You have over here pretty clean ingredients. You have a proprietary alginate complex. So that alginate works to stop the reflux from making its way back up. It helps to soothe naturally the damage that is done. So it basically takes all of these benefits right here, the stomach soothing and repairing and the natural relief, and then the safe and non-addictive properties, and it increases it. So the science behind this promotes saliva production, protects your body, and does some damage control, as it were. So you can see that you have a lot of opportunities to use some of the other alternatives I've already mentioned in a single product. So this gum, for example, it has this proprietary blend of alginate, a natural and scientifically supported way to manage reflux. It also has sodium bicarbonate. That's very similar to the bicarbonate that you get with Alka Seltzer, the bicarbonate you get with Stomach Soothe. And then it has ginger and celery root and aloe vera. So as I already said, ginger is going to be a great way to help you deal with the symptoms in a natural way, as is aloe juice. So any aloe vera derivative is going to help with your immune function. It's going to help with the inflammation and effectively treat those side effects and the damage that's already been done. So all of those are going to be found in one simple product, whether you are choosing the gum or the gels. And of course, those gels do have options for travel size as well. So a lot of great alternatives to Alka Seltzer, starting with ginger root, with chamomile tea, with aloe juice. And then from there, if you just want an antacid that is a little bit safer and has fewer unidentifiable ingredients than Wonderbelly. If you are dealing with symptoms and you want to block your stomach acid production and you are pregnant or breastfeeding and want that kind of an alternative, then Pepcid is something to consider. Stomach Soothe is going to take things up a notch. It's going to block things and it's going to help soothe and repair that lining with the natural ingredients. And then Reflux Gourmet, top option here for natural ingredients and combining all of the most efficacious alternatives.